Welcome back from that break. If you're just joining us, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show, reaching you on Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. My name is still Bisola Oduwale Suleiman, and this is the second half of the program. I already told you that it is in two parts this morning. And I have joining me live in the studio this morning, Ajia Kafayat Olabimpe Olani. She has been here some time ago, and I had a very good conversation with her. And she is back here this morning. She's the director of the National Library of Nigeria, Kwara Branch. A very good morning to you, ma.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Nice to have you in the studio. And today we're taking a look at the preview of the International Literacy Day, to be celebrated tomorrow all over the world. Tomorrow, the 8th day of September, has been set aside since 1967 as the International Literacy Day, the day declared by UNESCO on 26 October 1966 at the 14th session of the UNESCO's General Conference, and is celebrated annually to remind the people of the world about the significance of literacy for individuals, communities, and societies. Ajia Olani, let's quickly lay a foundation to build our conversation this morning. Let's first define what literacy means. What exactly is literacy?
Well, let me say thank you for having me again.
You're welcome.
To a layman, we know that literacy means ability to read, write, and have knowledge of numeracy.
Okay.
Yes, in some quarters, it is believed that it is not only writing in English that means literacy. Okay. Yes, of course, in the old days, we have our forefathers write in native languages, and that is also literacy on its own part. We also have other parts of the world that use medium of expression as their own mother tongue and native languages. But because we have accepted English as our medium of communication, so we believe literacy, writing in English, reading in English, and also numeracy is part of what we define as literacy. Yeah, but notwithstanding, we are trying to reorientate ourselves to ensure that whoever could write in its mother tongue, speak, and also do the numeracy is also literate.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for giving us that background. Now, from that background, let's talk about the International Day of Literacy. How did that day come about, and what exactly is done on days like this?
Yes, days like this, looking at what we have as the Nigerian numeracy and literacy rates as carried out by UNESCO, we are still far behind. Yeah, especially out of school children, considering the hard to reach people who couldn't afford schools in their environment, and for other ones who are actually adults and still illiterate. So it has been found that our illiteracy level in the sub-Saharan Africa is still about 58%.
Okay.
It is improving. It is actually improving over the years, but not as expected. And that is why UNESCO every year still hammer on promoting and creating awareness of literacy through International Literacy Day.
All right.
It cuts across all ages, the children, the youth, and the adults. And so many measures have been put to place so that all the strata of the population will actually have what it takes to be literate in the society.
Okay. Now, the theme for this year's Literacy Day, International Literacy Day, is transforming literacy learning spaces, exploring opportunities and possibilities. How can literacy learning spaces be transformed to uncover and explore opportunities and possibilities for individual, social, and economic growth?
Well, it has been known that the school environment is specifically made for learning. But in the recent past, we have also discovered that the library is also a learning space. not rigidly a reading space.
Okay.
Because now libraries are being transformed to render services that cut across, whether reading, learning, teaching, training. It's a maker space.
Wow.
Yeah, where you come to learn vocational skills.
At the library.
Yeah, in most libraries, advanced libraries, you have maker spaces where you go in there. You could even play music. You can record. So it's transformation, because over the years, the dwindling reading culture has actually put in place so many other activities to make people come to the library and learn. So you can learn as much as you can in so many areas. So this indirectly telling you that the opportunities are there. And the possibilities of you, no matter how old you are, still being literate is affordable in the library.
Okay.
So you don't see library as a place where you just come in, you read and leave. No. You have other programs that takes place in the library. You come and learn how to make soap. You come and learn how to sew. You come and...
Do we have that here in Kwara State?
Oh, well, some libraries do.
Okay.
Yeah, evolving into such maker space. Yes, you go in there, you learn how to code. That is part of the training. You go in there, you learn how to make a website. You know, that's part of the training.
Wow.
So he's telling you that a library is not just there to read. Yes, there's a maker space that provides opportunities and possibilities for everyone.
All right, that's beautiful. Thank you. Now let's quickly go into this data. The latest statistics released by UNESCO on Nigeria's out-of-school children pegged it to 20 million just within a space of 2 months or thereabouts, when it recorded 18 million. Looking at the statistics, how did we get here, and what can be done to reduce the amount or number of out-of-school children in Nigeria and globally?
Well, it's not easy to answer the question, how did we get there? Yes, because when you gradually disintegrate into a certain condition, you might not take cognizance of it until when it blows up above a proportion that is expected. Yeah, though a lot of COVID-19 impact is responsible. And we also have poor sensitization to communities, especially the hard to reach, who's probably live in the grassroots, in the rural areas. When we talk of rural areas, we are talking of places where they are not accessible, where schools are not accessible. In those days, our parents never mind, because their parents really wanted education. They walk miles to wherever the schools are accessible. But that is not the case any longer. So we have a lot of factors, and also manufactured factors that has created that lot of children out of school.
Okay.
Everybody wants to have his or her child help them in one way or the other, using them for domestic activities, using them for trade activities. When they are supposed to be in school, they will be on the street hawking because of meager amounts, and they get exposed to all kinds of ills in the society.
So what can be done to
get
out of this situation?
Government has a lot to do, and the parents has to be sensitized. Then we must role model education.
Okay.
RISE, that is research on improved education system, was sometimes in Kwara State to delve into a survey on why we have this problem. And one of the things that came about is role modeling education.
Okay.
If you have a role model in your community, do you want to be like that person? What does it take to get there?
To be that person.
So that is one factor. Ensuring that we have schools in the community, especially where the roads are not accessible. Instead of crossing from one community to the other, it is better that the government of the day put such facilities in place.
All right.
Trying though, but I think we need to try more.
To do more. Now, let's quickly take a look at, in a few minutes, at the activities the National Library have lined up for the celebration of this day, which is happening tomorrow here in Kwara State.
Well, we are looking at different activities for the program, but our main target for this year's celebration is looking at adult literacy. How far can we go helping the adults to afford the opportunity? And it is possible.
Okay.
Yes. So we have put in place a literacy program that cuts across finance,
All right.
that cuts across corporate literacy, that cuts across small, medium scale literacy, and also the ability to use the library regularly to ask questions and interact
All right.
with other people in the community.
All right. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. Now, before we go, because we need to wrap up now, we also have a news commentary on this day, the International Day, Literacy Day, which is happening tomorrow. Before we play that, what is your advice to the young ones and the older generation? Because now you just mentioned that you're targeting adult literacy. As the world sets to observe the International Day of Literacy tomorrow, what do you advise them?
Yeah. Parents have a lot to do in encouraging the society. Yes, that's the first home. That is where you are birthed. That is where you stay most of your time until you graduate to where your cognitive development starts you to school.
All right.
So from the foundation, we must get it right.
Okay.
And when the parents get it right, being role model in their homes, they will affect the society. They will affect the school. They will follow their kids to school. They will ensure that what they are learning, they are also partaking when they come back home. And for adults, most of those that are not in school right now, it is not too late.
Okay.
You can also afford yourself the ability to undergo what it takes to be literate.
All right.
Knowledge is power. And without being literate, your knowledge is limited.
All right.
So I advocate that they
right.
should seek more knowledge
All
through
right.
literacy.
All right. Thank you so much, Ajia Kafayat Olabimpe Olani. Thank you so much for coming in the studio this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And have a happy celebration tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we are inviting you to come over.
Definitely, we'll be there. She is the director of the National Library of Nigeria, Kwara Branch. Thank you so much for coming once again. All right, now we'll wrap up the show with the news commentary for today. My name is still Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. Do have a wonderful rest of the day. Take good care of yourself.